So hello, this is the first time I've done this, so I don't know what's really going on. I don't even know if it's working, but it seems like it might be working. If it is working, hello, good afternoon. I'm basically pretty excited about the game today. Liverpool playing AC Milan in the Champions League. I'm lucky enough to go because I've got season tickets, so I'm going tonight. I just wanted to chat with some Reds. This is a format that I'd heard about and I wanted to give it a go. So please, if you're watching this, please give me some comments. Let me know you're watching. And then let's have a chat about football. I mean, how exciting is this tonight? We can talk about the team lineup, what you think it'll be. We can talk about the Leeds game. Let's have a chat about what happened at the Leeds game. Anything you want at all, let's have a chat about it because I'm really super excited. We've got a Champions League game against it. It's going to be a full Anfield. We're playing AC Milan, who the last time I saw AC Milan was in the 2 Champions League finals. So if you want to talk about what happened in Athens, what happened in Istanbul, that's absolutely fine. But anything you want to chat about, just let me know. Post in the comments, and we'll talk football because what's better than that? Seriously, I can see we've got a few people watching. I'm hoping this is going out on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, which would be fantastic. So, I mean, while we're waiting for some comments, what I'll do is we'll have a little chat about the I did 2 videos this week. I've done a video about the press conference like I always do. I do a 60-second press conference video. And it was interesting to, first of all, Jurgen Klopp didn't know that Zlatan Ibrahimovic was injured. So he was looking forward to seeing Zlatan play, maybe because he's coming to the end of his career and he kind of thought that it wouldn't be much of a problem. But he obviously, during the press conference, he spoke a little bit about Harvey Elliott. He spoke a little bit about the fact that we've got a tough group, which was interesting. You know, he thinks it's a tough group and he's not used to that sort of thing. I think he said that he had a group as bad as that when he was at Dortmund, but this is the toughest group he's had at Liverpool. And I think that's fair to say. There's normally a couple of dead rubbers in there, but we've got the tough group: Atletico, Porto, and AC Milan. They're all top teams. I think the interesting thing for me with that, and if you're just joining us and you're watching, I just want to have a chat about football. So if you want to post some comments, ask me some questions, or just give me your opinion, like let me know what you think the team will be. Let me know if you go in tonight, that sort of thing. You know, just let's have a chat about football. I think the interesting thing about how tough our group is, I kind of think it might work in our favour because we seem to struggle when we've got an easy game. You saw it at United last night. They played young boys. They got beat. I know they went down to 10 men, but you wouldn't normally expect that. So I think it's interesting. I think the fact that we're going to have to, and Jurgen's a big one for rhythm. He loves loads of rhythm. He likes the players playing game after game within their body and within the limitations. But I think it's interesting to see how we will do because we're going to have a big game every week now in midweek. So where's he going to rotate? Is he going to rotate in the Champions League? Is he going to rotate in the league? He's obviously going to rotate in the League Cup. So it's going to be interesting tonight. I mean, I did a video the other day about the team lineup, and it was an interesting one to actually sit and think about because the team have performed fantastically in the first 4 games. They've been brilliant. You can't really fault them at all. In my video, I kind of thought that he might bring Joel Matip out and he might throw, I said Joe Gomez, but he could throw Konate in, but I think Joe Gomez has got the seniority on that. So it's, I think it would, if he was going to make that change, it would be Joe Gomez. Now, the interesting thing about that is I was thinking about that from a point of view. Matip has had injuries in the past and you kind of want to protect him. He's playing fantastically well in the league. Don't want him to get another injury because he's played too many minutes. So let's rest him for this game. The interesting thing about that is Joel Matip might not need a rest. He might be absolutely fine. The medical team at Kirby could well be saying, well, he's fine. He's totally over his injury. He doesn't look like he's going to get another injury in terms of how he's performing or how his all his medical stats are. So he might play. And I think, if they're not worried about that, then he should play, of course, because he's been brilliant. Absolutely. Him and Van Dijk have been fantastic. We've conceded 1 goal so far this season. There's only Chelsea who've done the same thing, and you would hold Chelsea up as the best defence possibly in Europe. So I think you might, well, even though I said in my video that Joe Gomez might play, I think you probably, having thought about it, you'll probably see Joel Matip play tonight, and I think you might see a change in defence on Saturday. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you agree with me, or do you think no? I did see some comments on TikTok the other day of people saying, I want to see Konate. Why can't Konate play? And I get that. But it looks like Klopp's doing his classic thing of keeping them for 6 months, letting them have a look at it, and then carrying on. So I don't see Konate play. If he's going to come back in, if Joel Matip was going to go back in, I think it would. If Joel Matip was going to be left on the bench, I would think it would be Joe Gomez coming because of the seniority. The midfield question, obviously Harvey Elliott's got that horrendous injury, which is awful, and we all wish him well. The midfield is interesting because obviously Elliott's out. So if you look at the starting midfield the other day, it was Thiago, Fabinho, and then Henderson came in. Now I, in my video, said, and you can see this video on our YouTube channel if you're looking at us from Facebook or Twitter. I said, let's go with the strongest midfield. It's AC Milan, first game of the Champions League. If you were playing the Champions League final tomorrow, that would be the midfield. Henderson, Thiago, Fabinho, probably. More than likely. No one would have any arguments about that, I don't think. However, Naby Keita, when he's played twice this season, and he's looked good. He's played well. He's not let anyone down, and he looks fit. Obviously had that little thing with the military coup over in Guinea, but he's back. He's been back for over a week. I would think he'd be ready. So there's a little thing there. Do you play Naby Keita? Who do you drop for him? I would think Henderson's going to play. So then maybe that means Thiago misses out. But I honestly can't double guess Jurgen on this one. If it was me, if you want my opinion, I go with our strongest team tonight. It's the first game of the Champions League. We need to start really well. So let's keep Matip in there. Let's go for the big hit in midfield three, Fabinho, Thiago, and Henderson. And let's see how we get on for 60 minutes and see what happens. Your front three picks itself because you're not bringing anyone in, although I believe Minamino is back training fully as well. So that's an interesting, the midfield is the interesting one. I don't think the forward line really requires any debate. And I think if there's going to be any movement in the forward line with regards to people not being picked, that will happen Saturday and definitely next week when we play Norwich in the League Cup. So that's sort of how I see the team. I think it's going to be an amazing experience. I can't wait. Last time we were at a Champions League game was obviously the Atletico game where I thought we were incredibly unlucky not to win. In fact, I thought we bossed Atletico that night, and they were lucky that Adrian made a couple of errors. I can see a few people watching. Don't forget to get your comments in. Just send me something. Just let me know you're there. Let me know what you think the team would be. Let me know if you'd bring Naby Keita in for Thiago. Let me know if you would bring Konate in for Matip or Joe Gomez in for Matip. So the other thing about this game tonight, the full crowd, it's going to be magical, obviously. European nights are always big nights at Anfield. Jurgen said in his press conference that he was looking forward to it. It's going to be incredible. And the effect that that's going to have on the players, we played in the Champions League last year and never looked like getting near it. If I'm honest, we got to the quarters, but, that we wimped out the Real Madrid game in the quarters. We were poor in that first game, and the second game, it just didn't happen for us. Now, had the crowd have been in that game, in the full crowd at Anfield against Real Madrid, we got a chance of turning around a deficit. I think that there'd have been a good chance because Real Madrid weren't brilliant. They weren't a solid outfit. They weren't anyone to be feared. But I just think at the time we met them, we were just really, really struggling, weren't we? And it was kind of difficult to watch almost. You just saw the same. So kind of like watching the same film that you've seen over and over again at that period in the season. We had it in the league, and it's I'm sort of glad that's behind us. I did actually say in one of our podcasts that I think that sort of thing will stand our players in good stead. It's almost like you've seen the worst that can get, and you'll learn from it, and you won't let that happen again. They'll draw on that experience. Jurgen's always a big one of drawing on experiences, and that experience last season. Oh, there we go. We've got our first comment. Stephen Ward. Hello, mate. Going to the game tonight. First time I will have seen them play AC. Should be a good game and a Liverpool win. Brilliant. Love it. Positive. Stephen, let me know where you are in the stadium. I'm in the main stand. Just behind Jurgen, actually. Our season tickets are. I think they'll be the same for tonight. So, if you see me, give me a little. Come and say hello, because it'd be nice to meet people that you see online and who know about Ken 7 and all the things that we do. Stephen, let me know what you think the team might be tonight, for example. I don't know whether you've just joined, but I've just basically run through what I think it'll be. What I think it'll be and what it will be are two different things. What I think what I would do and what I think Jurgen will do are two different things. And Jurgen's always classic for throwing something at people that they're not expecting. I mean, we've just had Harvey Elliott start 3 games on the bounce. Every single time I was looking at the team, Harvey Elliott wasn't in it. Not that I didn't want him in it. I just didn't think he'd keep playing him every game. And he did. So don't be surprised to see an Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain playing tonight where you didn't expect it, or a Tsimikas at left back, because could you try again? Because thanks for that, Siri. Tsimikas playing tonight instead of Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson's had a bit of a grueling start to the season. I'm sure he feels like he's fine, but the medical team, in light of the injury, in light of the international break that Scotland played 3 games, I think, that would be on their mind. So I don't think today's the game to change. I would think Saturday's more the game to change for Tsimikas, but you never know. Jurgen loves it. He loves proving everyone wrong. So there you go. I can see more people watching. Get your comments in. I don't want to be doing this on my own. I actually want to chat to people. That's the whole point of it. I want to be chatting football, and like I say at the beginning, I'm excited to be going to the match tonight. I'm sure you're excited. You'll be looking forward to watching the game today, whether you're in the stadium or on the TV. Stephen, thanks for getting back to me again. You're in the Kenny Dal. Okay. You're in the wheelchair section for the Euro games and the Cop wheelchair section for the other games. Pick the strongest team possible and get points tonight. I like it. Get out of that group as quickly as possible. It's something that Jurgen said in his press conference, if you saw it. He's spot on. Win as many of the first games as you can, and then you don't have to worry about it, especially in our group, because it's so tough. Certainly not looking forward to playing Atletico again, but I feel like we owe them one, 100%. So you're in the Kenny Dalglish section for the Euro games. Stephen, let me know what the difference is between the two sections. Are they both as well catered for wheelchair access as each other, or is one better as the one that you prefer? That'd be kind of interesting to see it from that point of view. Just looking ahead into the what we're doing on Ken 7 coming up. I'm always trying to do my little 60-second videos, and if you haven't seen them, head over to our YouTube channel or on our social media. I always post them up. Just a quick snippet in a minute, trying to condense all the information for the press conference, or having a quick chat about what I think the team will be, that sort of thing. We also have a TikTok page, so if you use TikTok, it'd be great to see you over on that format. I'm doing a podcast this week with a gentleman who's written their book about Billy Liddell, who, if you don't know who Billy was Billy Little was like Kenny Dalglish, but 20 years before Kenny Dalglish. He was an absolute Liverpool icon. People worshipped him back in the day, post-war, and he was the type of player that you just assumed scored in every game. And a few of the older fans who are watching this would know that a book about Billy Little, it's a guy called Peter Jones who's written it. It's just come out. Would be something that would be very special. All the old stories about the team and Billy Little, where he came from, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm looking forward to actually speaking to Peter about that. And I'm doing that Friday, so that should be out Friday night at least. Stephen, thanks for getting back to me again. The Kenny Dalglish stand is better. It's higher up. So you can see more of the players moving off the ball into the pitch, into the space. Now, that's interesting, that, Stephen, because my season ticket in the main stand used to be further back. It was where the old main stand, it was kind of where the press box is now. And obviously they've put the press box there now, so we can't have our seats. And they've moved us forward. It was kind of like the match of the day view, the stadium view that you normally get on match of the day. And because since they've moved us down, and I'm 14 rows from the front in the main stand now, you see the game totally differently. It's incredible. And when I've been away games, when you're at the end looking down the pitch instead of across, wow, that changes things again. You see the movement from the end of the pitch really, really well, actually. All the lateral movement and them crossing over and trying to find space. But from where I am now, side of the pitch, 14 rows to the back, you're kind of at head height. And it gives you an appreciation of, how quick the game is. The game is rapid. It is so quick. It's unbelievable how good these players are. And the second thing is how intelligent they are to find passes and play them pinpoint. Because you assume when you watch football on the TV or from higher up in the stand that they've got the same view you are. And it's like, well, it's just there. There's a load of space over there. You just pass it over there. But when you're at head height, you cannot see. You're at pitch level. There's a sea of bodies in front of you. You can't see that space. You have to imagine that space in your head. You have to have a picture. You almost have to have the picture of the stadium cam in your head when you're playing football. And these guys, people like Van Dijk, are unbelievable at that. Thiago, absolutely unbelievable at that. He knows, because his spatial awareness, and he's played football for years, and his talent, he knows where space is when he sees just gaps through people. It's incredible. It gave me a new found respect for the players when we moved seats. So you used to be in the main stand wheelchair access, but moved to the Cop a few years ago, right? Okay. I'm assuming the Cop one's great as well. But Stephen, do you agree with me about the Cop and how watching it from the end is completely different from watching it at the side? You see different things, totally different things. I'm not sure which is better. Someone who sits in the Cop will probably tell me, or you could probably tell me now you've done both. But I prefer it at the side of the pitch, to be perfectly honest with you. It's much better than being behind Jurgen where we are. I see some funny things, especially him offering the whole stand out when he's not happy about the noises we're making. That's usually particularly entertaining. But anyway, you agree. Okie dokie. Thanks, Stephen. Well, listen, thanks very much for watching. If you have watched, Stephen, thanks for your comments. I appreciate it. I might try this again another time, but this has just been a little interesting trial for me because I've never used the software before. I don't know really. I didn't know how it worked until I got into it. So I just wanted to come on and have a little chat about football. So thank you for everyone who's watched, and I will we'll see you again soon. Thanks very much. Cheers. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube page, follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and TikTok if you are. We're on there, Ken7 Dalglish on all of them. That's all you need to put in. So nice one. And if you listen to podcasts, audio, just do a search for Ken7 and you'll find us. Anyway, thanks very much. And hopefully I'll see you at the game tonight. If you see me, come and say hello. I'd love to speak to you. Cheers.